the headlines of this hour on VTV News. Prime Minister calls for urgent legal reforms to boost government efficiency and development. Vietnam creates motivation for scientists to research and innovate. And in our world news, Tibet earthquake death toll rises.
Broadcasting from Hanoi, the capital of Vietnam. VTV News starts right now.
Good morning, it is 8 a.m. local time and you're watching VTV News. I'm Huyền Trần with the top stories. As of January 7th, Party General Secretary Tô Lâm received Nicholas Berggruin, founder and chair of Berggruin Holdings Investment Company and Berggruin Institute, and Professor Nguyễn Thị Liên Hằng, Director of Weatherhead East Asia Institute, Columbia University, USA. Reiterating Vietnam's desire to promote relations with the U.S., Party General Secretary Tô Lâm highly appreciated the support of Nicholas Berggruin and Nguyễn Thị Liên Hằng, as well as the contributions of businesses, scholars, and the public of the two countries in Vietnam-U.S. Comprehensive Strategic Partnership. Thanking Party General Secretary Tô Lâm for taking the time to meet, Nicholas Berggruin and Nguyễn Thị Liên Hằng expressed their impressions of the vision of the Vietnamese leaders, affirming that they will support promoting the relationship between the two countries and support Vietnam in realizing its goals. Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính chaired a government meeting on legal reform on January 7th, during which several legislative proposals and resolutions were discussed. These are set to be presented to the National Assembly in the upcoming session in February.
During the session, the government reviewed and provided feedback on 7 key issues, including the revised law on government organization, the revised law on local administrations organization, a draft resolution on establishing new ministries under the 15th government, a draft resolution on the composition and size of the government during the 16th National Assembly term, a draft resolution addressing legal inconsistencies in the reorganization of government structures, the revised law on the promulgation of legal normative documents, and draft legislation on Vietnam's participation in UN peacekeeping operations.
We need to shift the lawmaking approach. The goal is to manage while also facilitating development. We must move away from the outdated mindset of prohibiting things simply because they are difficult to control. If businesses or the people can handle something, let them do it. The government, ministries, and agencies should focus on state management, building strategies, policies, and legal frameworks, and creating supervision, inspection, and output control tools. We must avoid overloading responsibilities. One task should be assigned to one person, and we should give the responsibility to whoever can do it best. We must continue reviewing and resolving bottlenecks that hinder progress.
Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính urged ministers and industry leaders to focus on decentralization, reduce unnecessary procedures, and reduce intermediaries while fighting corruption and interest groups in the lawmaking process.
And during a meeting on Monday with Amandip Singh Gill, the Undersecretary General for Digital and Emerging Technology and the UN Secretary General's Envoy on Technology, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính highlighted Vietnam's key initiatives, including the National Digital Transformation Program to 2025, the National Strategy on AI Research and Development to 2030, and the Politburo's recent Resolution number 57 on breakthroughs in science, technology, innovation, and digital transformation. Amandip Singh Gill emphasized that his visit aimed to build on the UN Secretary General's 2022 visit to Vietnam and his recent meeting with Party General Secretary Tô Lâm at the Future Summit. He highlighted digital technology as a transformative opportunity for countries, with Vietnam as a prime example. And as of January 7th, the National Assembly Standing Committee convened for the 41st session, continuing discussions on preparations for the 9th Extraordinary National Assembly session.
During the session, 7 key urgent issues related to government restructuring were addressed, including amendments to the law on the National Assembly organization and operations, revised law on government organization, and the amended law on local administrations organization. The session also considered a National Assembly resolution on establishing new ministries under the 15th government, a resolution on the composition and size of the government during the 16th National Assembly term, and a resolution to address legal inconsistencies in the reorganization of government structures.
A key focus of this extraordinary session is the implementation of Resolution 18 on streamlining organizational structure. When the Politburo issues a resolution, the National Assembly must enact legislation to implement those resolutions, especially in the restructuring of the organizational structure. I urge all agencies to quickly prepare the necessary conditions for the session, working tirelessly, even on weekends. Once the government submits the documents, the Standing Committee will review them and immediately forward them to National Assembly deputies.
Regarding the National Assembly planned thematic supervision of the implementation of policies and laws on environmental protection since the Environmental Protection Law of 2020 took effect, the Standing Committee suggested that the supervision process must identify both the objective and subjective causes of shortcomings in implementing environmental protection policies and laws. In reviewing the draft amendments to the law on standards and technical regulations, the Standing Committee called for a thorough review and refinement of issues concerning copyright and intellectual property rights over standards and technical regulations.
Vietnam has always regarded UNICEF as a crucial development partner with significant contributions to the care, education, and protection of children in Vietnam over the past decades. Vice President Võ Thị Ánh Xuân made this statement during a meeting on January 7th in Hanoi with Sylvia Danilov, UNICEF representative in Vietnam, who was paying a courtesy visit. 2025 marks half a century of Vietnam-UNICEF cooperation and 35 years since Vietnam joined the Convention on the Rights of the Child. The Vice President expressed hopes that in the near future, UNICEF would step up efforts to mobilize resources to support the protection and care of children in Vietnam, with a particular focus on achieving sustainable development goals related to children, especially in education, child health care, nutrition, vaccine support for the expanded program on immunization and ensuring gender equality. 2024 marked several milestones in Vietnam's transportation sector, and among these achievements, the North-South High-Speed Railway stands out as a historic mega project. After nearly 18 years of research and planning, the National Assembly has officially approved an investment of $67 billion for this initiative. As Vietnam's economy continues to expand, experts agree that the country is well positioned to undertake this transformative project.
According to the funding allocation plan, the project will require approximately $5.6 billion annually, accounting for around 16% of the country's medium-term public investment between 2026 and 2030.
This is a dream for many people, not only for me, but also for generations to come.
I think in Vietnam it's easy because you can go from north to south by one train. It's easy to do.
The high-speed trains will be designed to reach speeds of up to 350 kilometers per hour. Starting at Ngoc Hoi Station in Hanoi, the line will pass through 20 provinces and end at Thu Thiem Station in Ho Chi Minh City.
Imagine having breakfast and coffee in Hanoi, enjoying seafood in Da Nang by noon, and relaxing at My Khe Beach in the afternoon.
Preliminary calculations indicate that the cost of equipment and facilities for the high-speed railway alone will amount to $34.1 billion.
We will need to gradually study and transfer technology and eventually take ownership of this technology. We will need to proactively propose policies that will help us build and develop a strong industrial machinery foundation for railways.
With proper training and good policies, Vietnam's railway sector will eventually master the technology.
The North-South High-Speed Railway represents a transformative upgrade for Vietnam's rail infrastructure after more than a century of development. The project is projected to boost Vietnam's GDP by nearly 1% each year.
And on Tuesday afternoon, the Da Nang Financial Center Steering Committee held its first meeting to review and provide input on several key tasks for the future. Establishing a regional and international financial center in Da Nang City is one of the major policies for the city's future development. In addition to readying technical and technological infrastructure to attract investors, Da Nang will be heavily promoting its development aspirations to entice strategic investors to the construction of a city financial center. Along with a well-formulated policy framework, the city is also researching the development of a diverse ecosystem around the financial center linked to resort tourism and entertainment services. Coming up next on VTV News. Vietnam creates motivation for scientists to research and innovate. And Quảng Bình pushes to eliminate dilapidated and temporary houses. You're watching VTV News Live. According to Resolution 57, human resources are key to advancing science, technology, and national digital transformation. This includes focusing on highly skilled talent and special policies to attract them. To retain the brightest and best, it's essential to offer competitive benefits and a creative environment for them to work on major research projects.
After 3 years as a PhD student in France, Dr. Theo returned to Vietnam to lead a research team on Internet of Things devices. He leveraged his international experience and connections to master new technologies and collaborate with global experts.
To attract experienced individuals, we need to create favorable working conditions and assist them in building their research teams and setting new research directions in line with global advances.
Resolution 57 aims to attract overseas Vietnamese workers to the country and retain top talent in leading scientific and technological tasks. This requires a better working environment, solid research infrastructure, and the freedom to explore.
Scientists care about transparency. Transparency in partnerships, work relationships, and evaluation criteria. Policies and benefits are also crucial factors in attracting talent.
We must create a competitive work environment with interesting and practical problems for researchers and investors.
Building pilot mechanisms to test new technologies, accepting risks, venture investments, and delays in scientific research are key factors that encourage scientists to explore new possibilities. Decree 179 institutionalizes Resolution 57's goal, with future policies focusing on reforming science management, mobilizing resources for new tech, and attracting top scientists for national progress.
Quảng Bình Province has over 2,150 households classified as poor or near poor and needing housing assistance. And since the beginning of the year, the province has proactively mobilized resources to expedite the removal of temporary and dilapidated homes. The initiative aims to fundraise around $3,800, prioritizing households facing severe hardships and those in disaster-prone areas.
This low-income local household member is receiving support to build a solid, new home to replace his deteriorating shelter. The house is expected to be completed in time for him and his wife to move in before the upcoming Lunar New Year.
To have this new house, I'm grateful for the policies of the party and the state. We have acted urgently and responsibly, ensuring decisive implementation to meet the timelines set by provincial and district authorities.
Quang Binh has launched simultaneous housing construction projects across all 7 beneficiary districts and towns. In addition to shortening construction timelines, local authorities prioritize support for the most vulnerable households, ensuring they can move into their new homes by the Lunar New Year.
We are committed to leaving no one behind, guided by compassion and a sense of shared responsibility. I urge local authorities to expedite construction progress while maintaining quality standards.
Beyond housing efforts, Quang Binh is implementing comprehensive measures to help residents achieve sustainable livelihoods. With a collective effort from the entire political system, the province aims to eliminate 100% of temporary and dilapidated homes by September 2025.
In 2024, Vietnam welcomed 17.6 million international visitors, up nearly 40% from 2023. This surge demonstrates the remarkable growth of Vietnam's tourism sector. The country's favorable visa policies and enhanced tourism promotion programs play a key role in attracting visitors. Global tourism awards have further strengthened Vietnam's position as a world-class destination. The Mekong Delta's traditional craft villages maintain steady production in 2024. As the Tet holiday approaches, these villages have also entered their peak period, preparing goods for the festive Lunar New Year celebrations. A vibrant, bustling energy now fills the region.
This farmer in Cà Mau province runs a shrimp production facility. Her factory buzzes with activity as fishing boats return from the sea. The village's dried shrimp products, known for their rich flavor, have seen surging demand. Despite this increase, local producers maintain consistent quality and stable supply.
We sell products to other provinces, mainly to wholesale customers. Shrimps are boiled immediately, preserving their freshness and sweetness, making them tastier. In a batch, we process about 700 to 800 kilograms of dried shrimp.
In this region, traditional dried fish craft is also thriving. The natural sunlight and sea breezes from the estuary, along with skilled craftsmanship, have earned the local dried seafood products widespread trust and recognition. Orders peak during this season.
We process several tons of big fish. When there's plenty of fish, we work hard. When they're scarce, we take a break. Many households here are involved in fish processing. The craft village stretches along the coast. We ship our products to Can Tho, Soc Trang, and other cities wherever there's an order.
Drawing on natural resources and local expertise, traditional craft villages along the Mekong Delta's coastline sustain the livelihoods of thousands of residents. Each spring, these vibrant communities enrich both the economy and the festive spirit of the upcoming Tet holiday.
Turning cardboard into works of art is the passion of a young man in Bình Dương province. His skilled hands and creative mind bring discarded materials to life. And his story is not just about reusing materials, but also emphasizes the importance of working together to protect the environment.
Elephants, dinosaurs, rhinos, monkeys, and wild cats. These vibrant animals, seemingly brought to life, are all crafted from a single material. In fact, it's cardboard, the humble material that has become the foundation for these stunning sculptures. The journey began when Phie saw a French artisan creating products from cardboard. He decided to observe and teach himself despite having no formal training in sculpture.
My challenge was that I had no formal education or anyone to teach me. I've learned everything myself.
To bring these art pieces to life, the process requires precision and creativity at every stage, from conceptualizing the idea to building the frame, applying plaster, molding the shape, and painting. Phie's creations always attract admiration and joy from those who see them, which motivates him to continue creating and spreading happiness to everyone around him.
I've never seen such a unique hippopotamus chair before.
I'm very proud of my son for making these products.
Cardboard, a simple and easily damaged medium, can be transformed into something unique and durable when skillfully crafted.
If you use them indoors as furniture or decorative items, they can last for 10 years or even longer without issue. This material allows me to create anything I want, like sculptures or miniature landscapes.
His artworks are not only a testament to the artist's skill but also carry a deeper message about environmental conservation and sustainable living. Phie's story has inspired many, proving that creativity can begin with the simplest of materials.
Coming up next in our world news. Tibet earthquake death toll rises. And France orders tighter security after ramming attacks in the US and Germany. Now moving on to our world news, a 6.8 magnitude earthquake struck Dingri County in southwest China's Xinjiang Autonomous Region on Tuesday morning. At least 95 people have been confirmed dead and 130 others injured. Chinese President Xi Jinping urged the immediate dispatch of rescue efforts to minimize casualties. More than 3,400 rescuers, 340 medical workers, and over 1,500 firefighters have been sent to the quick-hit area. The Ministry of Finance and the Ministry of Emergency Management said they allocated about $28 million to support disaster relief efforts in Xinjiang. Rescue efforts are underway as Dingri is forecast to experience minimum temperature between -18 and -14 degrees Celsius. And following reports of the devastating earthquake in China's Tibet Autonomous Region, Party General Secretary Theo sent a letter of sympathy, and State President Lung Kung sent a message of sympathy to General Secretary of the Communist Party of China, CPC, and Chinese President Xi Jinping. Prime Minister Pham Minh Chinh delivered a message of condolences to Chinese Premier Li Qiang, while National Assembly Chairman Chen Teng-min extended his condolences to Chairman of the Standing Committee of the National People Congress of China, Xiao Liji. On the same day, Secretary of the Party Central Committee and Chairman of the Central Commission for External Relations, Lê Hoài Trung, sent a similar message to Liu Jiangchao, Chairman of the CPC Central Committee's International Liaisons Department. Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Foreign Affairs Bùi Thanh Sơn also expressed his condolences to Wang Yi, Director of the Office of the Central Commission for Foreign Affairs and Minister of Foreign Affairs of China. French Interior Minister Bruno Retailleau on Monday ordered increased security at major gatherings following vehicle ramming attacks in Germany and the United States. The Interior Minister emphasized that the latest events in Germany and the United States show the gravity of threats and how quick terrorists are to exploit any weaknesses. For events facing an exceptional risk of terrorist threat, a decree may be issued so that organizers can restrict access. Retailleau also called for early and increased attention to traffic and evacuation plans and ensuring that robust protection systems are in place against ramming attacks. In 695 years, Japan will be left with only one child if its birth rate continues on its current trajectory. The forecast from Tohoku University's Research Center for Age Economy and Society shows that by January 5, 2720, the nation will have only one child aged 14 or below. The simulation is calculated using the annual rate of population decline among children. The most recent data released by the Health Ministry shows that the rate falling to 1.20 in 2023, the lowest ever. The decline is thought to be due to lower marriage rates. Tech innovators from around the world have descended on Las Vegas to showcase and try out the latest gadgets and innovations at the 2025 Consumer Electronics Show, CES. The CES trade show is one of the world's largest tech gatherings, featuring everything from AI-powered companion robots to immersive VR and the latest health tech. Artificial intelligence, AI, and potential tariffs have emerged as the highlights of this year's show.
The first day of the exhibition saw major global home appliance brands unveiling their latest products, showcasing cutting-edge technology and innovation. Highlights included smart robots designed to assist with household tasks, intelligent cribs for children, and advanced television models. A common feature among all these products is the integration of artificial intelligence, AI, and machine learning. These technologies enable continuous updates, allowing devices to better understand customer needs and deliver increasingly personalized experiences.
CES is a magical event where the entire world of innovation comes together. It's the largest global business event. It's the one for the technology world.
Updates on self-driving systems are expected at the show from firms including Toyota. A Toyota research unit will invest in Japanese startup Interstellar Technologies to support construction of a city of the future in Japan with autonomous driving technology.
We call it Woven City. Located at the base of beautiful Mount Fuji in Japan, Woven City is more than just a place to live, work, and play. Woven City is a place where people can invent and develop all kinds of new products and ideas. It's living laboratory where the residents are willing participants.
AI is also likely to remain a buzzword at the event, with the tech set to power everything from companion robots to immersive VR headsets. The CES show will run until January 10th.
And as usual, let's move on to the weather forecast. And that's all the news we have for this hour. To rewatch our program, you can download our mobile app VTVgo or check out our YouTube channel VTV4Go. Thank you for watching and see you next time.